Hello, visionary entrepreneurs, life changers. How are you? I hope you're hearing me. How are you? So sorry that we were a little bit late, later than our expected time, and I'm wearing my mask. I know some of our abundant entrepreneurs members have been waiting for us. Sorry for letting you wait for a little bit, but you will find it's worth the waiting. Yeah, I'm now wearing my mask because I just recently, when I was running, I got a little bit like a wound on my lips, but everything's fine. And today, welcome to our today's Momentum Monday. And today is our 113th episode. And by the way, I will at the same time can see the comments and welcome you. I hope you see this live video and we will have interactions even though I could not see your face, but I can feel your energy, okay? So make sure that you will put your comments, have the comments under the video, and we could have interactions. I could feel your your energy, okay, through my accents, sixth sense. And today our topic is about energy, about abundance energy, and this is in our Facebook group, Abundant Entrepreneurs. And some of you, maybe you will be watching this this video's replay, and from other platforms. Welcome if you are a visionary entrepreneur, life changers, like coaches, right? And you are here called to transform many other people's lives. Welcome to join our community on both on Facebook and also on LinkedIn, Abundant Entrepreneurs. And we are here today talking about abundance energy. This is one of my favorite topics. And are you ready? Are you ready? We will have a wonderful content to share with you. And today, actually, I want to share with you the first question. Ask yourself, if you are, oh, by the way, let me double check if I in our Abundant Entrepreneurs group, if our members are really getting a message, and some of them are being waiting. And remember, let me see, who is waiting there? I just put a comment there. Let me double check some of our members. Oh, we have quite some members who want to join. Carpona. And who is commenting here? Takisha. Yeah, Takisha, I hope you got my message reminding that we are live now. So sorry that we were a little bit late, and quite some of you have confirmed that you are joining our live event. Yay! And so first question about the energy. For example, taking this, like you've been waiting and has not started, and you may be wondering what's going on, and you're just like uncertain. Life has so many things uncertain, right? Sometimes we have the flexibility, but sometimes things could be out of our expectation, and some like uncertainty things happened. Life is like has a constant changes, and also in our entrepreneurship either you're a coach, you're author, speaker, consultant, and expert, service-based expert. And when you are doing your business, every day we have so many things like we put on our goals, right? And you could have so many different distractions come in and unexpected things happen. And you will be wondering, how all this kind of like environment, I call that distractions, right, or noises, some of you call noises, could be like disturb you, and also like distract you, or sometimes maybe frustrate you. How many of you, how are you handling it? And especially give yourself an honest evaluation about your energy level from 1 to 10. Let's say 10 is abundance energy, like energetic, and you feel like unstoppable, right? Like 1 is the lowest. So where do you evaluate and rate yourself, your energy level? Let's say averagely, okay? Like a majority time you feel like at what kind of energy you are at. Like at my lab, remember one of my mentors, I have many great mentors, right? That are very, very like successful and graceful mentors. At my lab said, it's like a thermometer. If your thermometer is like regularly at around, for example, 86 Fahrenheit, if the outside temperature is if it's like under, right, it's under 68, and you will, it's like under, like you will, like when your temperature get under the 68, the thermometer will automatically start to run and get higher and higher, because you are not used to those lower temperature, right? And you don't want to keep at the lower one, you want to get up upper one. So that's a great situation. But another situation is like when even when how to say, the temperature get to warmer, hotter than 68, but your thermometer set up 68, you will turn on the thermometer as well and get down, like AC, right? The AC, and get the temperature down, and you will put some cold temperature. So that thermometer is always trying to, no matter what kind of environment, temperature will get back to there. Either get back or maybe increase, right? So think about your energy, your majority dominant energy level. And actually you want your energy to be higher, right? For example, if you say your energy level normally is around the 6 or 7, for example, now, what is your current energy level rated from 1 to 10? Let's say around the 6 or 7, right? That's right. That means like even though sometimes you get to, for example, attend some very good live event. Have you attended, for example, Tony Robbins UPW? UPW's temperature is like maybe over 10, right? It's like a 10 of 10 or like more than, even more than that. It's very active, very energetic, very like super excited, and everybody is like jumping and keep jumping and keep like very super excited to claim their like future. That event for 4 days, you put your temperature, you grow, your temperature grows with the environment, like get to 100. But then after you leave the environment, you left the, like you went to get back to your normal life. And now if you do not keep discovering those, like today we will share about those 10 channels, the 10 channels for your like energy channel, okay, the secret energy channel. Some of them maybe you know, but some maybe you're not familiar, but I will summarize all those 10 and share with you. So your temperature will get back to your normal ones, like around if you have a temperature 6 to 7, right, your abundance energy is like that level, yeah, and you do not really have this awareness, knowledge, and the practice with those 10 channels, your temperature, your energy will get back to 6 or 7, right? Even though you reach to in that event over 10, but now you will be like get back to your normal ones. So that's why I want to ask you, what's your regular one majority time? And if you like through all these years, I remember before I started the coaching business 14 years ago. Wow, the time really flies. Let me see. Takisha said, oh, I can't get in, please post a replay. Okay, yeah, all right. So I can't get in. I don't know why she said she cannot get in. This is just our live in our group. I will tag her later. Okay, that's fine. And it's a pity. I want somebody to have I really want our members to have the interactions, and sometimes they just need to refresh there. Let me tell her. Okay, you could refresh your browser, and the same link to see our live. So this is like a live interaction. Okay, I'm live interaction with Takisha in our group. Ask her to refresh her browser and the same group link to see our live event now. Okay. Hope she get it. So now it's like your temperature, like every day, majority time, the temperature is decided by your state. Like Tony Robbins called like state. He has a famous like triology. That state, one side is your mindset, another side like first side is your like first line is your, the bottom line is your physiology. That's like Tony Robbins is famous for like starting with the physiology, guys. That's why he keeps asking you to jump and do all this kind of a movement and have those interactions and sessions with him. All these things to get your physiology state, right, the energy level to another level, and then get to your mind and beliefs, your mindset. And then another one is the third side of the triangle is the language side, and how to master and manage your language and to see the things that's really help your state to improve, instead of some negative languages could those habits, right, bad languages could really make yourself the state to get down. So that's Tony Robbins triangle. He focused on that 3-1. But today here I want to share quite soon about the 10 secret energy channels I discovered through the first 14 years of coaching practice. I remember like 14 years ago when I just started, right? Before that, I had been working in corporate world for 13 years, working for international companies. I had been like a very energetic person. I would say even like during my younger years, right? Of course, normally younger people have more energy than like older people. Um, but before I get into coaching, before I really discover what I discovered now, right? Before that, my awareness was still quite limited. Even though I became spiritual, even though I already had quite some like a positive thinking, but I just found my energy. I have not really get into that kind of enlightened, I would say, enlightened state. And so my energy I could read as 8 or 9, but it's quite high, much higher than majority people, right? Normal people. And I've always been like a person who wants to pursue something better in my life, but I still did not figure out. But until I really get into coaching industry, actually discovered my purpose, find my passion, and get to know what I want to do, and also connect with God. And this journey get me into coaching and also self-development every day, every day. And not since then, and also during the coaching journey, in the middle, almost like in the middle of it, I had my like a marriage crisis. I experienced a very severe like challenge and depression and devastation and everything. Like even tried suicide. You know, that was the darkest time of my life. During that time, I know my energy was it's like not even zero. It's just negative. It's like maybe I could say negative 10 during that time, because I so difficult, feel so painful, so struggling and suffering. Really just want to end my life. Could not like take any day anymore. Like that kind of a state. It's really negative 10. So but after that I tried suicide. But thank God saved my life. And after I resurrected, I would call that word like resurrected, really like from ashes, totally ashes. I did not feel my existence anymore. But then little by little, because I never fully like finish my faith in God. Even when I tried to suicide during that time, I was still calling God. I said, God, please show me that you are there. Please show me. I know that I did not really want to die. I just want to see if God still there, still can hear me, and if he's still listening to me, if he's still with me, right? And I almost gave up all my hope. But God did show up. He did save me from that suicide. And my life during that time, that cold night, my life did not end, but I got into that epiphany. It's like my life is not meant to end here, today, now, there. Even though I thought, everything's gone, right? I thought that's the end of my time. But the fact proved that I was not meant to be taking my life. Even the train stopped for me and did not take my life. So I was thinking, my God, I know that right on the spot I realized my life has more meaning. I should not just love one person, give my life for, right? I should give my life for my God and for all the people that God loves. So since then, little by little, I stand up and reconnect all those ashes back, like rebuild myself, resurrected, and a new life was born. I became an abundant person. And during that time, I realized previously I was a happiness coach. I thought our ultimate purpose was happiness. Till now, so many people are still thinking, right, our purpose is happiness. I'm not against that. Yes, happiness is our purpose. But it is really not just our, it's not just it's quite like a surface. It's even like a surface purpose. The eventually majority of people is just pursuing happiness. Happiness, many people's concepts is actually it's more like a pleasure. It's like they want to avoid all those hardship, all those adversity, and people want to avoid that. Instead, they want direct to get happiness, get blessings, get riches, get love and health and all those great things, and even including become millionaires and become whatever rich, right, in this world, have more influence, significance, all those things. People are pursuing that fame. Now social media, so many followers, right? They pursue that significance that they can feel. But all that I just found after the resurrection, I found that happiness is just a surface purpose. Yes, we all still want happiness. It is a good purpose. But through that journey, I realized that we have a deeper level of fulfillment than happiness. That is abundance. Even when we could not feel happiness directly. That's true. Now, I have this happiness for no reason. But a few years ago, when I just resurrected, survived from the suicide and also resurrected into abundant person, I just realized that even though I was not happy, I still feel super painful because of the marriage crisis, because of the breaking up or the separation of our relationship. But I could feel abundance. I could feel that resilience. I could feel that my purpose, my passion, and my meaning of my life. I could feel my values of my life and my services, my work through my coaching. And I can feel that I can still give even when I'm most painful. I can still give. I can still help other people. I can still contribute to other people's lives. I was still helping and empowering while I am suffering inside. I was not happy inside, but I felt that strong abundance and feel life's meaning and call and mission. And during that time, I feel like I'm unbreakable. I am invincible. I am God's child. I am God's daughter. I am His blessed. Even though my heart is still crying for my love, for my thousands of years of love, the marriage and my kids, for the family. I was crying inside myself, but I was abundant. And since then, I really realized this deeper level of fulfillment than happiness. And now, through all these years of self-development and growth with all the masters with God together, I have already get into this state. It's purely happiness without any reason, and also abundance at the same time. No matter what, and whatever kind of adversity, I appreciate that. I'm grateful. Just last month, I lost my eye vision, the right eye vision, because of badminton. I play in badminton double with partners, with friends, and just my side of the partner. And when I was just turn around my head, the badminton eyeball directly hit my right eye, and I lost my vision right on the spot. And the whole afternoon and evening when I went to the ER, the emergency place in the hospital, I did not see anything in my right eye. And all those hours, and even those, after the nurse, after the doctor checked you, and majority of the time I stayed there for 4 hours. Majority of the time you were staying there by yourself, in the corner, quietly. And that's the time I was grateful, because I have my source of my faith. I have my strength inside myself. I did not panic. And those players, like my friends, badminton players, they were even so surprised for my calmness. I did not expect that as well, by the way, because I did not have that kind of experience before. But that time, my calmness, and I even tried to encourage them, and especially that badminton partner, I tried to encourage him, not to counsel them, to let them not feel so bad. At the same time, I calmly dealt with all this kind of emergency situation. Not even surprised myself, through all these years of practice and learning, and especially quite soon I will share with you some like a great practice that really, really helped me. And those practice I normally practice at morning and night time. And during that time, 4 hours in the ER room, I was using that, having that conversation with myself, and with my God, and with my faith, and with my journey, with my everything I'm called here to fulfill. And during that time, I had a full calmness. It's really, really, I would say it's like enlightening experience for myself as well, and for other partners as well. And later, our friends are calling me, say, "You are just like my hero." And the experience they experienced with me really made them find the strength inside, how much the strength could be found in a person's life, right? And also, like a few years, why I'm wearing this mask a few days ago, last week actually, while I was running in the community, the garden community, but the sidewalk was not very flat, and by a distraction, my mind was thinking about another thing in a rush, and I fell down on the concrete, and my lips and my teeth and all my hands, you can see that, and here, and my knees all get wounded. I was still grateful, right on the spot. Whew, just 1 second, maybe say, "Oh my God, what's going on? This is some bad luck." But a few seconds later, I was thinking, "Thank God, my teeth are still here, even though there's some like tinted." I said, "God, my teeth are still here. Oh, my hands can still move even though it's wounded, and my knees double checked even though it's super painful, and I can still, after some minutes rest, I can still climb up and walk home. So thank God I'm still alive, right?" So even the majority of people think it's such a bad luck. Within like 1 or 2 months, I had 2 accidents, quite severe. And till today, my knees are still quite painful when I walk. But I'm so grateful. I'm looking at all this side, what I'm blessed. Like the half water, right? Many people look at the half cup of like, oh, there's only a half cup of water, the another half is empty. But I'm thinking about the half bottle of water. I still have the water. My God, my teeth is still here, thank God. And my knees can still move. And, I'm still alive. Every day I'm still alive. I'm breathing, right? So, but this through all these 10 channels, the secret energy channels I've been practicing through the years. And when times like this, accident or emergency, and panic time, crisis time, I survived and thrived all of them. So that's, let me see, some challenge. Okay, all right. Okay, so now let's talk about those 10 sacred channels. Are you ready? Okay, so let's on the other end, I will also share with you how we could practice them. Okay, so the number 1, actually the top 4, the top 4, I would say the first 4, I would first share with you the easiest one, because majority of people maybe already know those, right? The first one, like I mentioned earlier, like Tony Robbins said, the physiology also is your body. right? The channel, body is a channel for your energy, and it's a big one, right? It's a fundamental one. And anyone, doesn't matter whatever you are doing, whatever, like which stage of your life, either wise or not so wise, but anyways, that's like everybody. Body, your health is your number one energy channel, right? And this is also is a, even your body, because your body itself, this flesh is also like biology unit. You have all these cells, you have all these organs, right? All these kind of different parts of your bodies. They all have their like a natural north. For example, you want to feed your body nutritious food. You want to drink enough water every day. You want to have good enough sleep every day. And you also want to have regular exercises. So those parts will, and by the way, the exercise not just indoor, okay, not just going to gym. By the way, myself, I'm not a gym fan. I'm a more like outdoor person. I'm a sun fan, okay. I love to go to outdoor and to have like either walk, running, or biking, or just hiking, right, and to have sunlight. So all this part is for your body to be kept health. That's the number one channel of your abundant energy, okay. So that's super important. I know many of you love to buy the gym membership. That's good as well, but make sure that you will have regular time to go outside. I now need to remind myself as well. Now it's springtime. Finally, the cold winter in New York. Today is still a little bit chilly. In New York, the winter is lasting for so long. I'm so eager for the sun nights. And I can see in my backyard the flowers. It's wonderful springtime now. It's great. So this is the best season, okay? The best season to go out, enjoy the nature, the new lives, all the sprouts, and same time to say hello to sun, to the warmer sun again. I know the sun actually itself did not change, right? It's just our distance, the angle with the sun changed. But no matter wherever you are staying, maybe you are in Florida, very hot place, right? Still appreciate the sunlight. Like think about people in New York, we really admire you and envy you if you have the sunlights in like South California and in Florida in like South area. So, and Phoenix, right? This Phoenix, I cannot imagine in quite a few 1 or 2 months how hot you guys will be. But get some like a certain healthy level of sunlight. Like in hot place, maybe not so much, right? Not so much like radiation, but you still want to time from time to go outdoor, have some protection, but still have some sunlight. Okay, don't just hide yourself away from sunlight. So that's the first part. The body is a big one. And by the way, the nutrition, I'm a big fan of for nutritious food. I'm not eating now majority time, 99 time. No like junk drink, no those kind of like soft drinks. My kids barely have any soft drinking, and I'm so happy that as parents, by the way, you have this duty to teach your kids those healthy habits. No fried food. I know occasionally my daughter call Friday as her cheat day. I say don't use the cheat day. I don't like the cheat word, right? So use, for example, spoiled day or like naughty day. Or I am that way. Okay, so I am not actually really having much of those like spoiled or naughty time, but occasionally, yeah, I eat maybe a few some chocolates. Every day I'm having honey, and also occasionally I may have some chips. Healthy chips, by the way, it's multi-grain chips with flax seeds, and not so salty. No, I always read those ingredients, find things not so salty. Okay, so some basic one, and also try to buy if you can afford more organic food. Even though I know now organic food is also tricky, right? Not really as organic as when we were kids, but still maybe better than those big fancy fruits or vegetables. I always try to avoid to buy those big fancy sized like so pretty, so fancy kind of plants, because I don't know, whatever they put there, it's just looks not organic or natural to me. Okay, I would rather just find some like a regular size and regular shape or color of just like in my memory what should be like a natural food. So That's some basics, okay? And then for drinks, every day, keep drinking. And by the way, my first, just share with you some secret of my first drink every day. That's super important before you eat anything, okay? The first drink, I will always drink something like a fresh lemon juice with fresh squeeze, right? Sometimes if this size is like a whole lemon, fresh squeezed lemon juice with honey and with warm water. Okay, try to drink less cold ice water. Those ones are not good for your organs and immune system in long run, especially when you were young. You may not feel it, but this is maybe from more eastern side of how to say that longevity kind of a secrets. Okay, eat more warm and hotter stuff than cold stuff. Okay, so this is good for your immune system. And in Chinese, you call those qi, or like this inner energy. Okay, so this first two, and then sleep well. This part is my challenge. I need to sleep earlier, but I could sleep very good when no matter how long I sleep, the quality is good. And always put your cell phone. People, by the way, cell phone is so popular, right? You should not watch your cell phone even like at least a half an hour or sometime before your sleep. I normally, when I go to my cleaning routine, night routine, I will not use my cell phone at all, and you would either turn it off or put it on the airplane mode and far from your pillow. Okay, it's better put it in another room, but I just sometimes put it as my alarm clock, but put on the airplane mode and put it far away from my pillow, so that you will not have those radiation and disturbing disturbing signals, okay, to bother your sleep. So you want to have a good quality sleep, and also want to have a dark environment. I have the curtain, but some little tips to share with you. Okay, I have the curtains with those extra layers inside to block the sunlight, so that the inside the room it's very dark, and we could have very good quality sleep. And this is good for kids' health and kids' growth hormone to release as well, if you want them to grow taller. So, and then it's exercise, right? Exercise. I personally, I'm not like a marathon fan, because marathon, all those things, like two extreme sports, it's just a consuming your body. Like I know my daughter, she's good at sports, and the coaches even want her to either to they want me to hire them as a private coaches for her, either on ice skating or on swimming or on now it's badminton, or whatever she does. And all those coaches want to coach her privately and want to develop her as because she has that like a body, like a athletic kind of a talent, I think, come from us. Both me and her dad, we were good at all this kind of sports, even though we never had a formal training. But I did not want my daughter to become an athlete. I'm not saying athlete is not good, right? I know, but it's just that for regular people, you do not want to consume too much. You want to have like a very let's say healthy rhythms. Okay, that's the best way for regular people. And do not consume your body joints, everything too much, because you're just your physical body is just like a machine. You want to keep it flexible and agile, but at the same time you do not want to over consuming it, right? And many of our athletes, after they retire, their joints, everything, they have so many wounds, and it's very difficult, and that bother their life quality. And so at least I would say, if you are not an athletic type person, do not do too much and over consume your body. But on the other hand, the regular exercise is super important. Now I'm turning into my middle age, right? And definitely feel like recent two accidents also caused me to be more cautious and think about it, because of the age changes, right? And exercise should be more careful, and also need to be more consistent, so that your body could keep the flexibility, instead of maybe become stiff, and when you run you could get accident. So Okay, this is the first part, and then I need to be quicker. Now it's already over 30 minutes. We have so much to share with you. And then it's after your body is your mind, right? Our mind decide how our state will become. Like Tony Robbins focus on those, like the mindset, how we can always the majority time to stay on the positivity and also especially abundance thinking. And this is not just like overnight you could become this. You need to keep feeding your mind, like just like feed your body. You feed your mind the right thing. So you need to keep reading. For example, every day I'm been reading now like great books and on personal development, right, on your mindset, and also like listening to the right videos or the podcast, all this kind of information, right, you put into your mind. You need to guard your mind and feeding only the positive ones. And there could be many negative things environment to keep. It's like the activities could be free, okay? Every day you could have so much from medias, from social medias, from whatever, like newspaper, right? All those TV things. So many negative ones, and people fight, people like argue, and people separate and separate from each other. So all those activities, unless you keep learning, keep developing yourself and guard your mind and feed only the great things, okay? Follow, especially you also need to have all these great mentors, role models. You follow them, and every day you will feed yourself only like positive ones. Recently, I've been focusing more on like except Tony Robbins and Dick Assi, I'm listening more on like Oprah Winfrey. I hope that we could have more female great thought leaders that could have a great messages, and so far very few. That's why I'm keep training myself and creating myself to become one, and also helping my clients to become, including quite many female clients, to become leaders in their field as well. So that's for mind. And then your heart, every day connect with your heart, and people are become more and more logic now every day, right? Reasonable logic, and we forget to connect with our heart every day. And quite soon I will share with you how we have some practice to get all this together, okay? And here I just want to mention about them one by one. The heart to connect with it, and every day to really touch the heart, and also every day to connect with the love, with the source of love, and also give love. You practice this so that you will not be like an alien from your heart and just become just a logistic person, efficient person. Because this world, everybody's talking about performance and success and a millionaire, everything, right? Every day, it's just like the environment is driving you crazy, driving you to become that kind of a super performance. And I used to be like a performance coach and also performance director in a corporate. And I do not want to just focusing on success and performance. That's why today we are here talking about our abundance energy, okay? So this is actually the foundation for all the qualities of your life, and also for the business as well. And then the next one is your spirit. Where do you put your spirit? Some people may be connected with their heart, some people may be placed here. So wherever you think your spirit come from, okay, it doesn't matter, but it's like really majority people are missing this part. I know that I come from a Chinese background. I know majority Chinese, they do not have any spirituality. They are so logical, and they are also philosophical, because that's from Chinese history. We have a rich philosophy, but lack of truly faith. So that's why from all the like thousands of years of history, you can see so many like wars and fights and strugglings, and but there were like how to say thriving time, but there are also like many like dark times. And the majority of people around me, including my husband, my ex-husband, my kid's dad, he's not spiritual at all. He's a lawyer. He's quite logical and very reasoning, very smart, super smart, but not, I would not say it's wise. Okay, so many people, if they are missing this spirituality part, every day they connect with their mind, not their heart. So, and they could become very material instead of like spiritual. So that's where the gap is generating. Okay, when I become more and more spiritual and focusing on intangible things, on material things, right? But if your your close ones are focusing more on materials every day and are living all this kind of like logistic things and logical things and reasoning things and always want to be right, and that's the big challenge, right? So some of you maybe can resonate to that, especially like in your loved ones, in your close family or friends. If you have different kind of dimensions, I have to say dimensions of your life or awareness, it's very difficult to communicate even. So because it says like you're in different world now. I grew into this world and my dimension is like opened more and more. And especially like yesterday I was reading Think and Grow Rich about the sixth sense. That's inner spirituality. That is beyond our normal like a regular mind and emotions. That's beyond majority people could like conceive or like be aware of it, and it's out of our control. And that's actually from that dimension of spirituality that you get that kind of sense. And so this spirituality, and if you have the spirituality, congratulations, you have one extra dimension than regular people, and your life is more enriched, and you will have a better source and inner strength maybe, and like things, because you are not just depending on yourself. You have a bigger source to refer to. Either you call it God or universe intelligence, or like in Napoleon Hill called the infinite intelligence. It's all good in your own way, okay? As long as you have some great faith. And fundamentally, those values should be the similar, okay? The faith should all, it doesn't matter, like I call myself spiritual, not religious, because it doesn't matter what kind of a religion you're holding up. And it all depends on people's like humans comprehension and also humans interpretation or humans like rituals, right? So but fundamentally they should value love, peace, kindness, respect, all those fundamental ones, right? And to and also like helping each other to grow together, to thrive together, and that will be a positive religion. Because there could be some like a not so good religion, okay? Could be evil ones and could be misleading ones. And how do you call that? People call them a cult or whatever. It's just like the spirituality part. You also need a special and very careful discernment, okay? So make sure that you choosing a faith that is really the greatest love. That's why I love like the Bible, right? The Bible will see like the God will be all the descriptions about God is about the love. It's the first characteristics of God. Love. God is love. God is the greatest love. So when you collect with your love, and when you go into the further, deeper level into that spirituality the dimension, especially about the faith, right? When you talk about the spirituality, it's about actually the faith. When you get to this level, and you have these four parts of unit, right? The body, your mind, your heart, and your spirit. These four together. These four are your fundamental, most four important energy channels. Okay, now let's get beyond this, all right? So I hope you get some inspirations already. By the way, if you are watching this live or replay, feel free to give me comment. I would love to hear your comment. This could increase your learning, your understanding, and also increase our interaction. And I always watch the feedback and the comments later, and we will have a better interactions continuing, okay? And now the further one, what is more about those channels? And here, in addition to those four ones, the unit, you also want to, this is a majority people may not in this level. This is a further level, okay? I'm now lifting up more and more layers into the life's truly meaning. And this level is your purpose. Like I mentioned earlier, like 14 years ago, before I get into coaching and entrepreneurship, I was not really clear about any, like, what's my purpose. I may just like have a vague one, say, oh, my purpose is to like do good things to this world and contribute or not to this world. It's quite vague. I don't know specifically how to describe what's my specific purpose. And you want to do that discovery. And by the way, in our coaching, we help our clients discover their purpose in at least 7 levels. That's Dean Grossassi. He hired a coach to teach them how to do that 7 level, and we even expanded that to 11 levels of purpose discovery, and really get into that level that deep attached with your emotion, that you have the strong, the fundamental motivations. And then the next one, okay, now we share with the 5 channel. The next one, the number 6, is your, let me see, where in my sequence. Okay, in my sequence I put the dreams. Number 6, the dreams. You want to connect with your dreams. This is a great, dreams is also a great channel for your energy. Think about the dreams from your childhood, and especially now. Now, what's your dream for your life? Don't limit yourself. A person without dream is not worth living, like I said. Without dream, life is so boring. There's no meaning to live, right? If you're not inspired by the dream, and you're not like really to live your life to a next level, because dream is always like our next let's say it's a beautiful magic part of our life. With dreams, we will feel inspired. Our life is colorful, and we will have a greater motivation to fulfill, right? And now the next one. By the way, the dream, I will share with you at the end, okay? The one exercise you can actually integrate all these 10 channels I'm introducing. And now the next one, the number 7, is your vision. I call it like dreams could be like random, dreams could be like clouds flying in the sky, and your vision will be like your blueprint. The vision is God's blueprint for your life. It's really like specific, okay, this is the direction. This is the future, who I'm meant to be, and what I'm meant to do. All right, so that's the vision, and that will be a great blueprint guidance for you, so that you could really do not waste your life, and you could really fulfill a higher level of yourself. Okay, so the vision, not just what you do, but also who you become. Now we get the first 7 channels, right? And now the next one will be how really you could contribute to this world. That, because this part, people, every one of us want to have a fulfillment kind of a feeling, right? And not make life really like happy and also abundant. So this next channel is your niche, whatever you do. And now we're here talking about with our entrepreneurs, right? Our visionary entrepreneurs. Every one of us should be clear about our niche, because this is the area we carry on our mission to fulfill our purpose. It's through what specific area and what kind of a method and tools we help what kind of people to realize what kind of benefits or results, and solve what kind of problem, and get them to where. So that's this kind of specific niche is our mission, okay? And the niche will help us to be further identified, okay? And by the way, the purpose, in the purpose part, I hope you are clear about who you are already. From your purpose, your dreams, your visions are part, you're clear. And further on, here on the niche part, from the market angle, okay, you will define what's your brand, how would you call yourself, what kind of a person you want to become in the market, not just in life, right? This kind of identity will be expanded in the society. How would you define your identity in the society? Our fundamental identity, I would call myself, I'm the God's daughter, or I'm the universal intelligence daughter. I'm the kid of the universal laws and intelligence. But in my career, in my business, in my entrepreneurship, I call myself abundance thought leadership coach. That's my identity. I know I'm a leader. I'm also a coach. I'm a mentor. I'm here to empower abundant entrepreneurs and also thought leaders, and to empower them to stand up and also stand out in the crowd, to become a confident expert and thought leader, to transform many more lives. So that's my niche. What is yours? You want to be clear about it, right? So because this one is definitely one channel of a great important channel every day for your abundance energy. And every day I'm so, and this one is not all these previous like ones, the channels are not independent, separated, okay? They are all integrated. And so that's like, for example, your niche is actually it's guided by your purpose, okay? It's fueled by your purpose, and it's also guided by your dreams and your vision. All right, so that's your niche. So when you combine those together, you will every day you will feel like unstoppable. It's really invincible energy. Okay, so it's like crazy. Many times I just feel like, oh, like it's exactly like my business name. I called 14 years ago. I created my company. It's called Spring Magic Life Society. Many people don't understand. Wow, that's a quite interesting name or funny name. But that's what I truly feel about this journey, okay, this abundance journey, this like it's a magic life society. 14 years ago, I did not get to this level of abundance yet, but during that time, I always feel like life is magic, and we were here to contribute and by our purpose, right, do what we love to do. And so this is let me see, number 8, right? Number 8 is about the niche. And now the next one about your energy channel. It's your creativity and your momentum. These two are combined together. Because creativity, you could not have a creativity without momentum, and you will not have a momentum without creativity, actually. And creativity and momentum both are together. It's like describing how you unleash the power of you as a creator. You know, we were all born as a creator. We are so genius, okay? There's so much we have not discovered yet. Even though like I've already practiced coaching for 14 years and in the corporate 13 years, together it's like 27 years of experience, of career experience. I still feel like, oh my God, the more I learn, the more I feel like I know nothing, okay? It's just like, it's like unlimited, the knowledge, the wisdom, the intelligence, the energy, okay? Think about the whole universe. This is a universe of energy, okay? And everything, like a majority things, it's invisible to our human eyes. I remember me and my kids, we were living in Orlando. We loved to go to Orlando Science Center. We went there many times. And our favorite spot is the Dome, the corner Dome. It's for all this documentary kind of movies inside of a dome, the science dome, the big movie screen, all like 360 degrees, and it's so nice. Like I remember the most impressive is that the movie is I think it's Unseenable, something like that. That title of that documentary. All those things we could not see, humans. You thought we are so powerful, but when you use technology or use the science, right, to find those unseen world, we just find what we know, what we see, so tiny bit, okay? And then there's an unseen huge world we don't know. And can you imagine that's only even on Earth? And think about in the whole universe, right? We're just the silver river, just a small part, and there are so many other thousands of other, maybe more, other like silver rivers. No wonder in the U.S. such kind of a Marvel or other like a sci-fi kind of movies are so popular because people cannot believe like we are only human beings or only lives, right, on this small Earth. That's the only thing alive in this whole universe, right? The universe is just like infinite. So just think about that part, right? We're such a tiny part, but at the same time, we are such a genius. We have this infinite imagination. So thank God for that gift. This is the best, huge gift, and because of the imagination, we could create so many things, right? Look at the things around you. Anything like my house, my table, my computer, my cell phone. Everything's created based initially from, like Lapona Hill said, from idea, from imagination, right? Everything's created. Like now I'm doing the live. Initially, this live events is just in my idea, and now it's like tangible. It's really like you can see it, you can hear it every week and through the week. So this is so amazing, right? So the creativity and the momentum one, and this is our energy channel as well, and we are the creator. And whenever you create something, and that's generate momentum, and that's also bring the energy. Can you believe that we can create energy? Like we accept energy, right? We take food, we sleep, and we feed things into our mind. We have a conversation with God. We have the spiritual practice, and then we also have this creation part, like to get our energy out, and we can generate unlimited energy. This is amazing myth of this whole universe. It's just like we looks like a limited, right? Our life is only maybe here around 100 years. If you are good health, good health, you can live to maybe 100 or even 120 years old, right? Like sounds like we're very limited compared with the whole history and the time, the lightning of the time, right? And in the history, we are just so tiny small, and we are just like a passenger. They said passenger of the life, but we do not need to just be passenger. We could be the owner now. We are the creator now, and we can create unlimited things with your imagination and momentum. Okay, so use this energy channel. Unleash your power as a creator so that you can keep creating things. Contribute to the world at the same time. You will feel that energy. This is like a channel. This channel is like whatever you feed in, and now it's your time to channel it out and use the creativity and the momentum to create those things that you can give. All right, so this is then this part is really every day keep me very energetic. And also, like for example, I love to create content. The content part is the creation part, right? It's a creative journey, and also you can contribute to give to other people, inspire and empower. Many people said, wow, your content is really like a thought-provoking and enlightening. Many of them gave me that kind of feedback on Facebook or on LinkedIn, and I feel so proud. I feel so happy to contribute to those values. And that's the channel, that the channel make me every day very energetic because you can contribute. And now further onto the 10th channel is really the service you can provide. As an entrepreneur, we are here entrepreneur, okay? The service is a value-based service. It's not just any service, value-based service. I know in this world, because it's such a big world, right? There are quite some services. Sounds like a value, but actually it's maybe harmful to some people. Maybe for some very small amount of people may be valuable to them, right? Some like quite evil things I don't want to say, like drugs, gambling, like how to say that? I even forget the words for the sex part, the selling prostitution. Oh my God, I forgot this word even. Anyway, it's just all those evil things, right? Those bad things, and even the gun criminal things, right? All these kind of evil things sounds like they are valuable to certain group of people, limited people. They get the benefits from it, but for the whole society is harmful. So we need to think from the whole society angle. For majority people, if it's not providing value, we don't do that, okay? And so we focus on adding a value to the whole society, even though we may be only serving our niche people, our niche audience or clients. But you need to think about the value you're providing, the service you're providing through them are giving good benefits to the whole society, okay? And then that will be, you will be getting good karma. Otherwise, it will be bad karma, okay? So I hope people could realize that all the things are energy, even though it's like tangible things. Eventually, it will become energy, come back to you. Like Oprah Winfrey used to be like just like a get on the TV and have the show, but later she learned to be cautious and to be aware or conscious about the intention, about the effect her shows are generating, and eventually she developed this wisdom and do not let just any kind of all the shows to go air. She will have the filtering and control, and to say, oh, if this one will harm somebody, even though it may get popular, get good views, and make money for their channel, but if it's could be harmful for that person or their family or loved ones, right? She stopped it to go air. So I really admire that kind of integrity and also consciousness and that kind of a wisdom. And here I want to encourage you to also reflect about the service you are providing to this world. what the values, what the greatest values you are contributing to this world. Okay, and this one is a really great this is a great abundance energy channel for us. When you have this specific service value based like service and business entrepreneurship you are doing every day, this is this is beyond your niche. Niche is just like how to say, you have this definition of this scope to do, but this service based business is specifically you are contributing values already. Okay, you are contributing values every day. You're doing this business inside of it and on the top of it, and you are contributing values, and you are contributing energy, and at the same time you are receiving energy back. Like I said, when my clients give me feedback, they loved it, they get empowered, they get to become successful, they overcome their like shortcomings or their big challenges. I help them move the mountains, and they fulfill their wishes, and all this progress. Okay, step by step, I feel like that great energy coming back to me, because you are contributing great energies to this world. The universe will reward you with great energies as well. Okay, so far that's I know it's 1 hour already. It's great content because this is super important. Even though with 1 hour I can still just cover the surface of it, right? So here, as I mentioned at the end, how we could combine all these 10 channels together. What kind of practice? Just simple practice, but I can put all this combined together and empower you every day, so that it could keep you on the top of this abundance energy mastery level. Okay, so I have been practicing. I called abundance meditation, abundance healing, and abundance meditation together. This is my practice from morning to night. I've been practicing it, let's say, over 6 years already now. Over 6 years. No, let's say more than that. 2015, more than 2015. It's already, this is my 8th year actually. So almost like eight years, more than that actually. Previously I had some like a earlier form, and more it become more mature form of. So it's just like from the beginning to now, all my 14 years of coaching practice, I've been practicing this, and now it's just like become so mature. I've been keeping practice in the morning and night time, become my habit, become my routine. Morning routine and night routine, but it's different. The morning routine in my abundance meditation, I focus on a few levels. If you heard about the Tony Robbins priming, Tony Robbins teach about like 10 minutes of priming, have that kind of energy, and focus on your breath, focus on your visualization, focus on your gratitude. And my abundance meditation and healing has like extra layers. Like for example, the first part of a healing, I use this actually. Healed myself, healed my daughter, healed my like my, how do you call that, fibroid, and it's so severe. Some like my womb, my uterus, right, had a big issue, had a big bleeding, and past a few years, and had a big, like almost like a tomb. I can feel that even from the belly outside. I can touch it. It's like a stone. And the doctor suggests me to do the surgery, get rid of my whole uterus, right? But I insisted to heal myself because I do not want to get rid of it. This is part of my body. This is I have the emotion with it. This is the womb for both my kids, and I'm so grateful for it. And I have love of it, and I feel it's my duty, it's my responsibility to take good care of it. I feel so sorry that I did not right, have that knowledge to take good care of it. And also through the like marriage crisis, all this kind of depression, it get worse. And I know the root cause, and I just and also know that I need to save it instead of just get rid of it, right? I will feel guilty because I did not take that full responsibility. So I just like practice every day and find the best way and improve it and little by little. Through months of practice, I healed myself, and now I do not need surgery. And I like basically just like the heart like stone tumor inside of my body. I don't know if it's a fibroid or whatever. Through my massage, through my stretching, through my healing, it disappeared. That's like a miracle. And I have other healing of myself, all my body, whenever, including my eyes, including my now my wounds, everything. I added my I'm not asking you not to read the doctor at all, okay? You still need to leverage the modern sciences, okay, and the technologies. But you need to majorly depend on your own like self-immune system and your magic body's healing, natural healing, and your mind, your spirit, your heart, all can add this healing together. Okay, this is a holistic healing, and I do that doing all this kind of stretching and holistic healing way in my abundance healing and meditation practice in the morning. And then after that, I will do the the visualization, the gratitude practice, and the heavenly conversation, the divine journey, and to really strengthen what is in your purpose. And here, this is what we clarify. Okay, here I embedded Tony Robbins' incantation in part of my abundance meditation, and also have the visualization, but it's much more enriched than his like simple levels. I'm not saying simple. I should not insult my mentor. He's one of my greatest mentor. I really am grateful for his teaching. But based on his practice, I improved. I would say from my standards. Okay, I feel like I improved it to another level, with more in depth of self healing and self empowering as well. And the self empowering part maybe have some similar power. It's just like you have the gratitude practice, and also have the visualization, have the incantation, and the visualization. And many times during the visualization, I align that with my specific goals of the day, and choose those priority things, and I visualize that. When I was still doing my meditation, you are in the alpha state, right? And that's the time you have the best creativity, the best genius power. And many times my top goals, priorities, when I was in that alpha state, I was thinking about the solution, about my specific, from my principle, from my strategy, to my even tactical, what kind of language or maybe communication I would use, and specific ideas I could implement. And that's where I would say I get in further in-depth kind of a step than Tony's priming, because here is I could get into half implementation stage. Before you do the tangible actions, right, it's already in your mind. I'm using more like the think and grow rich, right? It's just like you put more things into ideas, into like your thoughts first, and it's already like half done. When you get done, get really into your daily actions, and then it's already half done in your mind, and that makes my efficiency very quick. Majority time, what I would do is already here, and then I just need to use my fingers or use my whatever actions to make it, type it out or send it out or share it to make it happen. It's just an final implementation. Then that improve the energy and also the efficiency so greatly. Okay, so that's some secret. And then nighttime, my meditation will be simpler, but also including some a basic healing, movement, but in a more peaceful, sleepy pace. Because the half an hour before my sleep, I've already get into this meditation state and slowed everything down and being fully present. And then when I get down on the bed, I focus on the gratitude part and quickly review my today. What's my most grateful things? Okay, so and then there, and before I fully fall into sleep, I have a brief gratitude sharing and also prayers with my God. That's a conversation with my God, and then I sleep. So this daily practice, morning and night conversations and meditation, healing and meditation, practice over the recent years, 8 years at least, very obviously the routine part, 8 years, and it made a magic difference in my life. And every day I'm so could be very focused, and in those from very ever my essence from this integrate everything. Okay, what I just shared, your body, your mind, your heart, your spirit, your purpose, your dreams, your vision, your niche, your creativity, and your service. These combine, all these 10 together. It's so far this is the most I listen to all those mentors, all the masters practices. they all have their like a quite common routine, but much simpler. But this one is very comprehensive, mine. So, by the way, if you're in, I would invite you to practice this with me. Okay, after this video, I will share quickly. Quite soon I will share this link. Invite you to check. I've already created a program of it, and we have two levels of program choices. Could be just a practitioner on abundance meditation and activation. We call it abundance meditation and activation. Okay, you can choose the practitioner's level, or you can choose the master's level, and to get into more in-depth practice. And eventually you could also use this to not just help yourself but your loved ones, and also empower other people, right? This is a huge, and many people, what's the famous saying said, successful people is only people with successful habits, right? This one, if you practice it, it's not just like any habit. Okay, this is the most empowering and enlightening habit that will connect you with abundance energy. You will just like those 10 channels, all the 10 secret channels will all be connected, integrated through this practice, and you will become unstoppable and super powerful. Okay, so this will connect you with your most mysterious but most powerful abundance energy. All right, so everyone, I hope you all get great inspirations, and comment under the video. Let me know what's the best learning and what practice you've been doing, and I will share the link. Make sure that you will attend our program and become an abundance meditation and activation practitioner, or even better, master, so that you could become the invincible and unstoppable abundant person, abundant entrepreneur, abundant thought leader in your field. And at the same time, you will empower many other people become abundant as well. This will definitely help you to increase your energy and attract your ideal clients, and at the same time to really connect with your best ones around your life, and attract all this kind of a great abundance energy and resources into your life to fulfill bigger and greater success. All right, I can't wait to meeting you inside of our abundance meditation and activation program, and we'll see you soon. And by the way, I'm thinking about this Thursday, I may run some like a live event. I'm still thinking, use my creativity, and you could give me feedback. What do you want to do on Thursday? And if you join our group, we will start practice right away, and we could have some experiment first, okay? And before you fully engage, and also we could have the live practice. We could have some like short formed experiment for you to experience it, and then you could continue our program. All right. So by the way, we always have a money back guarantee, so don't worry about any risk. And so I know that some of our clients, they practice this just with one session, and with that energy, they went to the contest, the public speaking contest, and they got #1 spot for 2 times. So I even got a testimonial on that. So that's a super interesting and very powerful practice. Okay, so we can't wait to see you inside soon. All right, everyone, keep this momentum on, and look forward to seeing you, meet you inside of our abundance journey. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye.